Good morning, everyone, and I'm happy to be here today. First of all, I would like to thank the organization of this conference for inviting me as a keynote speaker, and thank you all of you who joined this conference. Let's start with a simple observation. If I look around myself, the application and the AI models I am using today, or the people using today, is far more different technologically that we had 5 years ago. Developers using AI to write codes, data analysts using AI to analyze the code for security purpose, and companies embedding AI in their products that millions of people using every day. So the question is no longer that is generative AI or AI is a part of cybersecurity. The question is that are we building a AI model or application secure enough that deserve the user trust? I would like to discuss this perspective in 3 steps. First one, I would like to discuss how AI empowers defenders and how it helps attackers to attack cyber attacks, and why cyber software development in today's era should be evolved around alongside the AI. Before talking to technology, I would like to give some numbers. In today's modern day, 1 in 6 data breaches that happen by attackers, they perform this by using AI. They use phishing and impersonation techniques to perform cybersecurity attacks. What does that mean? It means that AI is not something or any technology that we have to adopt yet. AI is already influencing cyber attacks for the user who uses it for cyber crimes. And that is the thing that require us to think the cybersecurity from a different perspective. Let's suppose you receive an email from a university dean. The email is same like you receive like a previous email. It's well-structured email, have zero grammatical mistakes in this email. So it is more convincing nowadays with the use of AI to convince someone that this email is not a spam email. Now AI assistant helps attackers to write more convinced and more structured emails. How we did come at this point? First, cybersecurity evolved in last few years. First of all, we started with traditional security methods. We have our rule-based automations, and then we introduced with machine learning, where we were capable to train the machine on a different patterns on a enormous amount of security data or different data we have. Now today, we are dealing with generative AI, and we start reasoning on the information or data we have in the form of natural language processing. And we increasingly moving towards a agentic AI, where we are trying to make sure that the model should reason on its own and do multitasking at different steps without a human intervention or a limited human intervention. So the cybersecurity is not like a dual-based automation. Now it's a intelligent assistant that we are supposed to use in the next future, or we are already using this. So I would like to start from the positive side first. How generative AI help person to use in their daily life? A lot of person using AI in their daily life to perform simple tasks. A security analyst have to read 100 of reports to get to know about new traditional attacks, new attacks, vulnerability attacks for cyber campaigns. it usually takes a lot of time of a data analyst or a security analyst to read the whole report. But now, with the help of AI assistants, we summarize the whole report in a fraction of seconds. So it helps the data analyst to read the whole reports and be aware on time about the security threats. While we are under the cyber attack, time matters. With the help of AI, we summarize the log files where the glitch has happened, which allow us the user or the security analyst to narrow down his investigation on a particular points with the help of AI in a very fast way to identify how the system collapsed or how should be the system collapse in the future if cyber attacks happen. And the most important is secure software development. Earlier, we have to deploy the system so the user use them and then give us the feedback. And we do some tasks, how the system is secure. But now AI guide us or help us in the vulnerability explanations, experiments within the environment where we're developing these applications prior to deploy in the market. Obviously, when a technology emerges, it has pitfall as well. So everyone use the technology for its own purpose. Someone is using for in a good way, or someone is using it in a bad way. So if I talk about some of the pitfalls of the AI in cyber attacks, just like I mentioned earlier, we have a phishing. With the help of AI, now a hackers or any person write more convincing emails. Earlier, we have a lot of grammatical mistakes in the emails. We have a lot of links, all bugs as well. But now we have a more command over how to write a good email with the help of AI. And again, we have a deepfakes technology, which is really ruling the families and the other persons who's dealing with it. Females get harassed by deepfakes, videos, and voice cloning. But these are the things that have a drawback of cyber AI. We have to make sure to secure these things. And we have a new part of attack, which is prompt injection. Let's suppose AI chatbot is connecting with the central database of a company which holding information. A attacker or a person might manipulate the AI chatbot with this, and he successfully manipulate the chatbot. It is a lot of risk at that position. AI chatbot might unintentionally have some personal information from the user who is using this. So we have to make sure that in today's area, security is not like we are securing web applications. Now it is more concerning. And if a chatbot or AI make a decision, who is responsible? We are making progress in AI, that's not doubt, but governance and accountability is still a is still not so good. It's, it keeps struggling. Let's suppose a cyber attack has happened. The system AI might block bank account of a user, or the AI model thinks that it is a cyber attack and it is a malicious activity and he blocks some account. Who is accountable for the decisions AI making? But developer is a responsible, or the organization who deploy that technology, or the person who deploy the AI model in this organization who is responsible. So we are progressing, but we need to make sure that for a trustworthy AI, we need more better models, but is also required a better policy to execute the AI and a better engineering policies to deploy these. And that leads us to a trust issue. Now, if the organization is moving forward, but the organization who just adopting the AI is not the leading one. The organization who adopt the AI, which is secure enough that when the trust issue of the user is will be leading in the future. The user wants his privacy. He don't want that if he goes online or using any AI application or the model, his data might not get leaked. He needs privacy. His data should be secure on the internet. A user also wants to be transparent about the execution of AI models. How AI model thinks, how is making the critical decision. Because the user is using the product, the model or AI making decisions, how it's making up important or critical decisions. Users should be aware about that. We need transparency for that trust on using that technology. He needs his data protection. And no doubtly, human intervention is essential, even though the AI make decisions on their own. We have human intervention to go through the decisions that AI is making to win that trust issue of a user. So the thing is how AI is transforming the cybersecurity or the building a secure web applications. We need to take security threat or the secure system from the very first meeting of designing the application. It's not after deploying the application. We make sure that our system should be secure from the very first design. Least privilege. AI should have a very limited access to confidential or credible information because it might be get hacked by the attackers. So there might be a chance data will be leaked. So we have to make sure that the least privilege will be given to the AI models. And because AI is making the decisions, we have to audit the AI as well. So I think we should make a log file that contains all the information of the AI model, its output, how it's performing action at critical conditions at a particular point. So we have a whole log file of the AI output to validate it for the future work. And in just like in organizations, we have a penetration test. We also need to go through the AI from adversarial testing before we release it in the market. So the key takeaways for my presentation is that AI is changing the cybersecurity. It is not a traditional cybersecurity no more because we involve AI. It is now much easier for cyber attackers to attack and breach the security of any website or any app, which will cause us to leak the information of the user. Every technology has its brings risks as well. So we have to make sure that we need to prepare for this as well. And secured software development is necessary nowadays. So software development must be evolved around the AI in today's world. At the end, I will conclude on that. Generative AI is not something that replaces the cybersecurity analysts or professionals, but it will transform the perspective that we have regarding the cybersecurity. Now we have to make sure that the system is secure, not just traditionally, but also AI cannot breaches the security layers and the protocols that we are building earlier. So we have to make sure about this. Thank you so much for all of you to listening my talk. This is all from my side.